Hello guys, welcome to the channel. Today we're going to review Suicide Squad 2016. Good news, I'm not going any more vacations for a little while, for at least a couple weeks, and have some stuff to get out to. So including DCEU reviews and Rocky stuff once I see Creed 3 this weekend. So yeah, not much to say, but let's get into it. Start off what this movie's about. This whole thing with this enchantress person going on has kind of left and or what was sort of like broken out here and then created this sort of twisty thing with this husband apparently, and then America decides, or Amanda Waller runs this task force called Task Force X, or the Suicide Squad, which takes people out of prison. They put charges in them so that they don't escape, and pretty much they're essentially supposed to be expendable heroes, more or less. Now he's the good, and to be honest, I'm just gonna get this right out. I don't think this movie's that bad. I think this movie, I'm not gonna say it's overhated because I kind of get the flaws, but for me, I think I perfectly enjoyed it. Another thing, also, one of my friends on the plane back from Israel, he was watching. He said, I was like, the first one with Will Smith. He watched this, and first one with Will Smith. He was like, it was decent. I was like, and then I watched it about a few days later, and I'm like, you know what? I kind of agree with him. And I think, honestly, in first watch, I didn't even think it was that bad. But this watch, I actually would say it's actually pretty good. I mean, I don't know if it's pretty good. I don't even think it's a good movie, but it was okay. Like, I actually thought it was perfectly enjoyable. I think the action sequences are pretty good for the most part. I think what keeps me there really is the characters. Margot Robbie kind of disappears in this role in Harley Quinn. I love Will Smith as Deadshot. He's just great to see here. He's just such a great character. Kind of reminds me of Idris Elba's Bloodsport. Oh, I don't think quite as good, but I think there are elements there I think I've done better, like the father-daughter relationship. I think is done a bit better there. And then some of the other characters, like Boomerang or Boomer, the what's it called, the fire guy, or El Diablo. He's not that good, but I think I kind of like his motivation there, sort of. Boomerang doesn't really have much to do here, and then Katana is kind of lost here. I don't like Rick Flag as much in this movie, I will say that, because like I feel like he's just played dead serious, when the next thing he's kind of like a bit jokey, which I kind of forgot that he was kind of like this here, but whatever. And then also there's Korg-like guy, I forgot his name. He's pretty fun too, kind of like King Shark. So it feels like, I think you can clearly see in the second one there's these characters, sort of others in that movie, I guess, but yeah. Overall, I did actually really enjoy here. Some of the action sequences are good, like the first one in what's it called? I think they called it Midway or something, although it's not. No way is really Midway, like the real Midway with the army base. Some of them are pretty good. I think the characters themselves are good, and I think the songs that they play during the pop songs and rock songs, they got Bohemian Rhapsody playing in there at one point, and I think Immigrant Song was playing, or there was a Led Zeppelin song. I don't know if it was Black Dog or Immigrant Song or Communication Breakdown. I'm not sure, but what is in my eye? Alright, that's fixed. Yeah, so I think I perfectly enjoy this movie, but it is not without flaws, I will say that. First thing, now we have the mixed, and the one thing I'm mainly mixed on overall is Jared Leto's Joker. And I said previously in my Batman Joker ranking, I did not like him as the Joker, but I think this watch kind of helped me a bit more to kind of appreciate it. I like some of the ideas that they're going for. Like, I think having a bit of a weirder Joker is kind of interesting, and more just kind of seeming like, I don't know, just a weird guy, I guess. I don't know. I don't want to say what I'm thinking, but yeah. And overall, I think that kind of works for this movie, and I think his relationship with Harley Quinn kind of affirms that a bit more. And overall, I do kind of find this character fun in many situations, but the problem is the tattoos are a bit much, especially that mouth tattoo. Just super ugly. I kind of hated the hairs too. Is like kind of weird, I feel like. I think it's comic book accurate, but I think it just looks kind of weird. And I think it's still, the weirdness doesn't quite like sit right with me. Like, there's just so many weird things. He just sounds weird. Yeah, I don't know. I parts of me likes this Joker because I think what he's given actually is not so bad. It's not that bad. But put him in a movie with Batman. Like, it's just weird. there's some weird things here. Now here's the bad, and I think the biggest problem is that final battle is kind of frustrating. I think the inner banter between these characters is not bad, but then once you get to the final battle, where like now they've become family like within like 20 minutes, so it's like, huh? Now you're willing to die for her. Now you're willing not to shoot her. So I don't know. There's some kind of odd character development, but I know this movie had a rush production, whatever. But yeah, I think the Enchantress villain sucks. There's no motivation there. It's just evil being. We have to stop. I think even what's it called in the next one? Starro had a much better, so I guess motivation. So yeah, here nothing's given. The next thing, the first 30 minutes of this movie or 20 minutes, I think are kind of lame because like they're trying to rush through each of these character developments using some sort of pop or rock song or whatever, which some of the songs there are actually pretty good, but overall I just don't I see what they're trying to do, but they need to take their time with this. They didn't take their time, and it feels like this movie was rushed, which it was, and I definitely do notice it. But yeah, and overall I think this movie does feel like a mess to me overall. Like there's plot points you can tell that were cut out. I think the whole doctor thing with Rick Flag, the whole relationship was just odd there. And Rick Flag as a character, I don't think was as fun in this one as he was in the next one. So things are kind of frustrating here. But I do still enjoy this movie. Like, it's still okay. For this movie's final score, I'm gonna give it a 5.6 out of 10, 5.7, but I'll give it 5.7. I thought this movie was actually perfectly okay. I didn't think it was great or anything, but you know what? I enjoyed it. I think there were some fun bits. The characters are good, and with the exception of maybe of the villain and that whole final battle is a bit of a mess and whatever. And the CGI just doesn't look. This tornado thing above just looks bad. Other than that, this movie's actually pretty enjoyable. I don't think it deserves the hate it quite yet. I don't think it's that bad, but there are some clear issues there. And so yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys so much for watching. Tell me what you think about this movie in the comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you think it's a little underrated, or do you hate it? I'm interested. And I'll see you guys next time. Adios.